to Cern Valley Elementary School. This is Mr. Umstead, your principal. Good morning. Today, because things have changed so much for school, we're going to read a book about how things have changed and what we can do. What are some of the things that have changed for us? We'll take some time and look at how Mr. Duck faces changes for him. So the name of our book today is Mr. Duck Means Business. Mr. Duck lived by himself on the pond. Each day he followed the same schedule, day after day, week after week, and year after year, and nothing changed. Everything was just as Mr. Duck liked it, and he was very happy, until one day when some unexpected visitors ruffled Mr. Duck's feathers. Mr. Duck means business. Mr. Duck lived by himself at the pond. Each day he followed a tight schedule. From 6 in the morning to 7, he would stretch his wings. From 7 to 8, he would fluff his feathers. At precisely 8:01, he would glide across the perfectly still water. "Ah," said Mr. Duck, "it's so peaceful, so quiet. I have everything I need." Day after day, week after week, and year after year, everything was the same, and Mr. Duck was very happy. Then, one especially hot summer day, Mr. Duck had just begun his morning gliding when he saw Pig! He saw Pig! "Look out below! Oink, oink, splash! Oh my, things are changing." Mr. Duck sputtered. He muttered. He tail fluttered. But Pig did not get the message. Oh, what is the pig doing? Oh, looks like he's gonna do a pig flop in the water. Mr. Duck was all set to give Pig a strongly worded speech regarding private property when... "Well, there you are," said Cow. "Let's see your moves," called Pig. "Jump in." "He don't mind, do you, Mr. Duck?" said Cow, as she plowed past. Moo! Splash! Mr. Duck grumbled. He mumbled. He flip-flop fumbled. But Pig and Cow did not get the message. Boy, things are changing for the duck, aren't they? Mr. Duck was all set to tell them what's what, when. "Hey," said Goat, "we've been looking all over for you. Anyone up for a game of Marco Polo? Have you ever played Marco Polo?" Called Pig. "Last one in is a rotten egg. Cheapest a chick. Come on, Mr. Duck," said Cow. "You're it. Have you ever been it in the tag game?" The water got wild, the scenery got crowded, and the peace and quiet, it was gone. Things had definitely changed for Mr. Duck. Mr. Duck tapped. He flapped. He totally snapped. Oh, poor Mr. Duck. Quack! And somebody got the message. Look at poor Mr. Duck. "Perhaps we've overstayed our welcome," said Chick. "Oh," said the other animals. "Out, out, out of my pond," cried Mr. Duck. "This time I mean business. So sorry, my apologies. Goodbye for good," said Mr. Duck. "Sorry to have bothered you," said Chick. "Thanks for letting us swim in your pond." Boy, Mr. Duck looks pretty angry about things. Alone at last, Mr. Duck returned to his routine. He stretched his wings. There was no splashy belly flopping. He fluffed his feathers. There was no annoying water ballet. He glided across the perfectly still water. There was certainly no Rowdy Round or Marco Polo. Ah, said Mr. Duck, it's so peaceful, so quiet, and that's just the way I like it. On Monday, quiet. On Tuesday, very quiet. On Wednesday, so peaceful. On Thursday, very peaceful. On Friday, yawn. On Saturday, Mr. Duck twiddled his feathers, peacefully and quietly, of course. And on Sunday, Mr. Duck had a plan. He's got the paint out. I wonder what's going to happen. These days, Mr. Duck still loves to stretch at 6. He still loves to fluff his feathers at 7. He still loves to glide across the perfectly still water at precisely 8:01. But sometimes life calls for a little noise. Let's see what his sign says. Noise welcome from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Sometimes noise is important, especially with friends. So, now that schools have closed, we have to find other ways to make friends. Let's see. How have things changed for you? When do you have lunch now? What do you do with no recess? How do you connect with your friends? So let's see. What are some ways we can connect with our friends? Some ways might be to write a letter. Maybe we can send them an email. Maybe we can look at old yearbooks. We can write a story about our friends. We can call our friend, or maybe even FaceTime our friend. Or what if we drew a picture of our friends? That would be so much fun. I would love to draw a picture with all of us playing football like we used to. That was great. So, a lot of things are changing, and we just need to be thinking of ways that we can do school in a different way. Our teachers have been working hard learning new ways to connect for school through online resources. So let's all work together to see how we can still make school a place where we can connect with our friends, connect with our teachers, but we know things have changed. So just a couple of side notes. You may have noticed my new hat today. And I actually did shave for today because school has ended for the whole year as we know it. So now we have a new type of school. So we look forward to you describing and learning all the ways things have changed for you in school and how school is so different now. Maybe take some time and talk to the adults in your life about how school has changed and how it will look differently. Soar on, Eagles, soar on.